Hello, live by design, not by default. Welcome to Inspirational Moments with me, Billy. Good evening, everybody. First of all, my apologies for missing last week's session because I was just flat out in bed and could hardly walk. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Joseph. Hello, Catherine. My lovely wife, Maria. Boss Bine Sam and Judy from Australia. All right, don't be shy. As you come in, just feel free to say hello to everyone. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining us again this evening. So, before we start, I'd like you to, as usual, take a moment to think about someone or anyone, people whom you know who should be here, who can benefit from a session like this, but for some reasons they are not. If there are, just please help me by sharing this particular live stream so that your friends and your contacts can watch on your page as well. Hello, Joanne. Feeling better now? Yes. Actually, this morning I did a 1.5 hour motivational session for a group of 600 people. And they were from different countries. There was Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Taiwan, and there were several people from America as well who joined us this morning. Hello, Eng Hua. Hello, Ramesh. Ramesh, long time. And Mary. Yeah. Okay, so for this evening, I thought we do something slightly different. Instead of me presenting and talking to you, I thought maybe we'll hear from you. All right. So my question this evening is, what are your talents and what are your gifts? Now, I understand that there's about a 20-second lag on the on your comments and all. All right. So feel free. Let me hear from you. What are some of your talents and some of your gifts? All right. Feel free to type it in there, and then we'll see, and we'll take it from there. What do you consider to be your talents and your gifts? Yeah. Hi. Yes, that's right. What's your gifts and what's your talent? What are those moments that make you feel magical? The moments that make you feel super. What are some of these moments for you? Come, let's hear from you. What are some of your gifts and your talents? Okay, about 20-second lag, so let's wait for the messages to come in. Come on, come on. What are your gifts? What are your talents? Still waiting for the comments. Hello, Daniel. Good evening. Yeah, you're just in time. I was just asking the question, what's your talent and what's your gift? All right, who would like to start first? Waiting for comments, reactions. Come on, come on, come on. What are some of your talents? What are some of your gifts? Like, for instance, I think, hello, Ken. For instance, I recall that some time ago, I realized that for men, I'm very talkative. And so I might as well do something along that line since I'm like naturally quite talkative. All right. And if I can make a living and still be doing something meaningful while being talkative, I think that for me is just a done deal. Hello, Ellen. Good evening. Looking good. Hope you're feeling better. Yes, I'm feeling much better today. Thank you. Like I said, I just did a session this morning as well. Okay, Lynn, there you go. Aha. So I believe that my gift is to mediate a conflict. So you are a mediator. All right, come. Let's hear from the rest. What are your gifts? What are your talents? All right, and then from there, I have some more questions to ask you. Remember, in the last session, we were talking about modeling excellence, and that's really about identifying traits, characteristics, things that extraordinary people do, so that we understand their strategy, and we in turn can also do the same, and hopefully attain the same level of excellence, if not becoming a better version of ourselves. Right? Okay, there you go. More talents. Okay, my talent is to influence through writing, as I find that a lot of people will approach me to seek advice. Nice. So, have you been writing a lot already? I know that you're writing, so have you been writing a lot already? Okay, and my wife. When I see my students happy after my class and I can see results from my teaching, especially the 2 to 3 year old children. Yeah, Maria teaches music and especially for very, very young kids. And of course, during these 2 to 3 year old music lessons, it's more about music appreciation. I personally think is a good start because you're training the right brain that appreciates music. And then later on when they go to school, the left brain will be trained with math and all the other things. Okay, one of my gifts. Let's look at what Alan has to say. I realize one of my gifts is in listening to others. Oh, okay. One more time. I usually prefer to listen first, then to speak. I think that's a very good approach. Stephen Covey, in one of the habits of highly effective people, he mentioned that we ought to first seek to understand, then to be understood. So I think that's a very good approach right there. Okay, Lynn has been writing every week. Okay, when are you going to ever put this writing into a book? Hello, Sham from India, I believe. Sharon's, hello, good evening. Hello, hello. And you're wishing one another, so that's nice. All right, question this evening. What's your gifts and what's your talent? All right, and how did you know that you have these gifts and this talent? Okay, so we have to wait for more posting. Okay. One is I think we find joy when we make a contribution, right? That would be a little hint to what our talents are. Okay, Ramesh say a speaker by impromptu. Do you mean making impromptu speeches? Like as in just stand up with any topic and then speak. I remember in the early days, 20 over years ago, I joined the Toastmasters Club. And in the Toastmasters Club, every evening, every meeting, we will have prepared speeches, and then we have evaluators. We have language evaluators who will share a language tip of the day, and also then there's a part called table topics or impromptu speeches, whereby the MC of the evening, the Toastmaster of the evening, will introduce a topic, and then anyone or they will be assigned or volunteered and anyone can speak for 3 to 5 minutes on the topic. And so that was impromptu speaking. So Ramesh mentioned about speaker by impromptu. Okay, let's see. Okay, long one. Passion is to make people happy and abundant. I love singing, and these days I'm writing as well, though my English is still poor. All right, I think with these days you can get help with the software that we now have to help you write better. They kind of like underline the grammar and the spelling errors and all here and there. So Goswami, I think keep it going. And definitely it's a nice thing to be helping people, bringing joy, happy. Like when I do training, I like to help people learn, and they can laugh while they are learning, right? So that's one of my thing. Okay, all right. So Ramesh said yes. So it's impromptu speaking, right? Okay, but what kind of occasions do you find in order to be at the occasion where you get to perform your talent, you get to do what you like doing? Lynn, currently a local writer, is adding me as a contributing writer in her book. It's about healing from depression and coming out on mental health week this year. Oh, nice! Keep us informed when the book is out, and perhaps we'll get a copy and read up on your writing. Okay, well, more people a lot of people are talented in writing. Apparently, my talent is writing short poems and creative writing. I think I'm quite a good philosopher too. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, and working on your own book to be published, as too many people are asking me to publish one, me included. All right. I just feel that if you enjoy writing, just keep doing it, and as you do it, work on improving and getting better, and very soon you'll be writing nice articles, and then before you know it, you can actually compile them and turn them into a book if indeed there is a theme. Yeah. All right. So so with all your talents and your gifts, my next question is actually, how did you find out that you have all these talents and all these gifts? How did you know that you are going to be good at this? What made you realize that you're good at it? Yeah, we're trying to uncover a pattern here, right? So as I can see so far, some are keeping very quiet, all right, and some of you are openly sharing, and that's good. Okay, we have Chrissy. My talent is making people laugh. My gift is without speaking a word, people think I'm angry. Okay, that's a gift, huh? Okay, and talent is making people laugh. I've always felt that because I like to add in a lot of humor in my speeches, in my talks, and I like to pick little slice of lives, things that happen on a daily basis. For example, this morning I was talking about how historically we humans have gone through a lot of pandemic, a lot of challenges, wars and whatnot that kill people by the hundreds of millions and even up to billions. Yet each time we will bounce back. Yeah, so it's kind of like a cycle, Um, like for example, when we were young, we all had to wear diapers, right? And guess what we wear when we grow old? So it's kind of like a cycle, isn't it? Huh? When we were young, we sat in strollers. When we grow old, we sit in a stroller of a different kind with bigger wheels, right? And I remember when we first had our telephones, the first phones we have, they were like the huge brick phone. Someone would just put it on the table, and it's like a block of bricks. And then later on, what we do is we make the phone smaller, smaller, smaller. And then because it's a whole cycle, right? Guess what we are doing now? We are making our phones back big, 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 big again. And I like to joke that our first birthday and our last birthday will be the same because both birthdays we had no idea is our birthdays. Someone has to come to you and say, "Boy, girl, it's your birthday today. We are having a party. We're celebrating." And then when you grow very old, same thing might happen. Grandpa, grandma, it's your birthday today. We're having party. Party, right? Okay, so more people are sharing now. Forgot to tell you, being courageous to write a book on how to make exponential growth. Wonderful. Yeah, looks like a lot of people find joy. You discover your talent and your gifts through involving other people, through helping other people. Somehow there are people that we are impacting. Yeah? The other day, a friend asked me to do a presentation for a huge group of people using his slides. Went through for 5 minutes and I did it. Yeah, good job. Ever thought of becoming a full-time trainer, speaker? It's very in demand now. Yeah. Okay, let me see some more comments. Trying to catch up on the comments now. Okay, Joseph, I believe my gift is able to read a person when they have question in themselves, and I pop question to let them say it out. Say out their question or thinking. I started from young, and I don't know how to control it until I attain and learn NLP. Yeah, NLP for me was quite a breakthrough. Now, so earlier I shared that for men I'm very talkative, and so I enjoy talking. Key problem is when you talk, it's largely unconscious. So very often you say something and they go like, oh, I shouldn't be saying that. So learning how to work through my thinking processes before I speak, and then of course incorporating NLP. NLP is neuro linguistic programming. There's a portion on linguistics there that teaches us how to clean up our own assumptions in our mind before they get translated into words that comes out from our mouth. Yeah, Chinese have a saying that trouble comes out from the mouth. So yeah, got to be mindful of that, and that's something I'm constantly reminding myself. All right, let me see. Sharon's also working from a third world 3, I need to put in a lot of coaching while I teach them to make them the business and feel connected, and I'm good at engaging people. Again, it involves people. Interesting. Let me see. I took a course online in 2015, and it was a talk about how to find your purpose. What is the thing that when you wake up, that's what you want to do? What do people go to you for? What are you known for? Is it a service to others and to mankind? I think, and hence I wrote this as a quotation, I think we should all let our presence create contributions and not pollutions. Right? There's enough of challenges, there are enough of toxic people around. We really don't need any more of. Imagine the world is filled with people who are very graceful. All right, but Lynn just shared a few questions which are very powerful questions. Let me put it up again. Firstly, what is the thing that when you wake up, that's the thing you want to do? And what do people go to you for? What are you known for? And thirdly, is it of service to others and to mankind? Nice. Okay. And then we have Ken Tay. Thank you for joining us, Ken. Let me see. I'm a Facebook Live host. All right. Nice. I love to allow my guests to share the gift and add value to my viewers. All right. Ken, maybe let me know what topics you do, and at some point, if I'm suitable, I love the privilege to be hosted by you. Hello, Tricia. Oh, Ken, you actually attended my training. I attended your course many years back, NLP 101, 102. Okay, I know where that is. That's in STC. Benefited me in many, many ways until today. I'm glad that I was able to be of service and that I make a positive impact for you. Right, so thank you for coming to the course back then, years back, and thank you for joining me again. Yeah, okay, yes, there you go. All right, so I think a few things. Yeah, one, we definitely have to attempt, and we definitely have to do something and try it and attempt it and take action before we can discover whether or not this is indeed a talent area, whether this is indeed a gift that you already had. Yeah. Hi, Fast. Thank you for joining us. So the first thing I believe is that we all need to attempt. We need to be doing something. All right. And then obviously the second thing, as most of you has shared, is that it somehow has a positive impact on other people. All right, so these are the two components that I have discovered so far. All right, firstly is that you got to attempt and you got to do it, and then subsequently it actually benefited people around us, or it benefited people, so somehow people are involved. Yeah. Okay, I have also prepared some slides this evening to run it through with you. Then in NLP, we have a process, a technique that we usually teach in the master practitioner level, and it's called identity elicitation, in helping people discover when are you the magical you, when are you the you with the superpower. All right, and okay, Alan also make a comment. Nice quote on presence. Thank you. Nice quote, Billy, on presence. I once thought of a quote similar too, and that is to let your presence be the greatest present to the other person in the present moment. Nice. Nice. Good use of the word present. Let your presence be the greatest present to the other person in the present. Okay, cool. Nice. How about writing that and copyright it and then share it, post it on your Facebook. Right? If you post it and feel free to tag me. I'll be happy to share it on my page as well. All right. So when you are at your best, when you are most present, when you are most incredible, I think then you are doing something that allows you to unleash your talents and your gifts, right? And so for this evening, I have also prepared some slides as usual. All right, what are your gifts and what are your talents? So for those of you who already knew what your gifts and your talents are, perhaps just walking through with me on the next few slides with some questions. So I hope that you have something that you can write on, or if not, you can open up a page on your laptop and start taking notes. Hello, Joanna Tan. Okay, there are some of you who actually come in, and if you don't make a comment, I don't see you joining us. Although I'm seeing a lot of thumbs and a lot of hearts already, so thank you very much. Feel free to just give a thumbs up, give a heart, so I know you are joining us here this evening. All right. So question is, what are your gifts and what are your talents? Now, I don't know how many of you remember this Pixar movie. Um, it's called The Incredibles. Where there's a family, a father is can become incredible and possess superpower. I do believe that the father is very very strong when he became incredible. All right, but otherwise he's just a dad. He's just a working man, right? And then mommy also has some kind of superpower, and then the son has some kind of superpower, and the daughter has some kind of superpower. Now, for those who watch and you remember, would you just type and let me know what superpowers do they have, right? Like when the father was when the father became incredible, what superpower does he have? And what is the mommy superpower and boy superpower and the girl superpower? Let's see if you remember. I actually don't remember what are their superpowers. I know the son can run very fast or something like that. The daughter can disappear, or was it the mother that can disappear? Hello, Ken. Hello, Coleman. Hello, Sumi. Thanks for joining us. All right. Do you remember what are the superpowers? What make them incredible? Right. But if you notice also, unless that has super strength and durability, all right. Okay. Trust Leonard to know this. Okay. What else, Leonard? Come on. You're like the dictionary. Thank you, kid. Yeah. Father was very strong. Oh, the mother can stretch indefinitely. Cool. Mr. Incredible is super strong. Mom is the Elastigirl. Girl. All right. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. There you go. Lin cannot remember. Huh? Same. Okay, but they are normal people otherwise on a daily basis, right? But then when the time comes and call, oh, dot, let me see. I need to rewatch later. Yes. I will probably do that too. I know I have the DVD somewhere. Leonard says the daughter is telekinesis. Right, cool. Okay, like I said, trust Leonard to know and remember all of this. He's like my walking dictionary. Anytime, well, to movies and anytime anything to do with computers and all that, Leonard is my man. Okay, Ramesh. All right, looks like you remember. Lot father is strength, daughter is invincible. Yeah. Okay, son has speed, can run very fast. Mother is like a plastic man or elastic. She's elastic. The son is called Dash. All right, I think he's called Dash for a reason. He can really, really run and really, really dash. Now, so back to you now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Alan also remember. All right, cool. So the question is, remember when you felt like the Incredibles? Were there times when you were at your best? Were there times when you seem to have that magical power? Times when you are really, really present, times where you're really, really yourself, you're really, really at your best, and that's when I would describe you as being the incredible at at those moments. All right. So in order that we go through the questions and identify what are some of our behaviors and environment and so forth. So we prepare these questions for you. All right. So the first one is, when and where do you feel most like the incredible? When and where do you feel most like the incredible? So this is when I think it'd be useful if you get a piece of paper and write it down. All right. In what situation? Uh, in what kind of environment? In what kind of circumstances are you most present? Are you most incredible? Right? You are most powerful. Right. And yes, you feel free to type it out as well. All right. I reckon that this moment you may want to write uh, quite a few things. All right. Or just write down whatever that comes to mind. And then say the baby is even awesome. Okay, baby is even awesome. The mouth can come out fire, become a beast when it's fierce, and much, much more. There you go. I think that's the same. The same goes to every one of us as well, right? We are all who we are, and we are all much, much more. All right. So when and where do you feel most incredible? In what kind of situation? All right. If I picked up on what Lynn mentioned earlier on, that she is good at mediating conflicts between people, then I think when would be when there's a conflict situation. All right. When there is a people situation. All right. That will be the when, and that will be the where. All right. So write as many things as possible that comes to mind, because all these questions will be connected later on. All right. So when and where do you feel most like the Incredibles? Now feel free to type in the message box. I know I have a lack of about 20 to 30 seconds. All right. When I'm able to help and to coach someone. I think one of life's greatest moment is when you can bring out a smile in someone, when you can give people an aha moment, where you can do something that is special for other people. Hence, I also wrote that one of one of uh, one of the best moments in life is when you are able to bring laughter, when you're able to bring smile, right? One of the best ways to be happy is to make someone else happy. So I think in doing something for people, we in turn benefit, all right? So when you're able to help, when you're able to coach someone, all right, where else do you feel most incredible, right? For me, it will be whenever I am with people. Whenever That's one situation. So for as long as there are people, I like to be there. I like to engage with people. I like to communicate with people. All right. Sharon said I get very engaged when I'm presenting a topic that I'm passionate about, be it to my client or to my team. All right. So maybe presentation is one of your skills. Okay. So the question is when and where. When and where. So for me, when there are when there are groups of people, when there are people who are in a situation in their life where they need help, right? When there is a stage for me with an audience, when I'm engaged to share a topic, a training program, yeah. Okay, let me see. Here we have Mary. Okay, when my dad was hospitalized, I can do incredible stuff to overcome fears. I did the Incredibles. Great. That will be one. That will be one moment. All right. So when and where do you feel most like the Incredible? When and where are you at your best? All right. This is where we are trying to identify in what kind of environment does it bring out the best in you. Okay, so me is about being with people, communicating and sharing. I kind of feel like we have a lot of things in common with the people who join my live stream. I guess birds of a feather flock together. Huh? Okay, for Lean, where is at work? When is where my colleague have misunderstanding of each other's intention, and there's unnecessary conflict due to their own perception of the truth. That's right. No two person in one same situation will perceive things in exactly the same way. All right. Okay, for Leonard, let me see. When I get a call that starts, bro, I have a problem. Can you help me? Not related to money kind. Okay. Yeah. So that sounds very much like me when I start messaging and giving you a call and say, hey bro, I have a problem. All right. And you know it's definitely computer related or handphone related, anything tech related. All right. Leonard is my man. And it's been like that for years. Speaking of which, how we met was also through IT. I remember years ago, I bought my first laptop. And after buying the laptop, there were like certain things I'm not happy with. I brought it back to the shop, and Leonard was a freelance consultant with the shop. He basically ran around the whole computer place in Sim Lim and in Funan every day as a freelance consultant. Also, the shops, when they have technical issues from customers, they will just call Leonard and Leonard will come. And that's the first time we met. It was because of a computer. And even up to today, we are still dealing with each other on computer. All right, let me see. Alan says, if let I enjoy spending time alone, and that's when I feel most connected to myself and inspiration comes. Can I say that's my incredible moment? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I think in my case also is when I have my own little me time and think about things that has happened recently. That sometimes inspires me to write a quotation. And so over time I kind of like keep writing and recording them, and some of which we publish, and by now probably written hundreds. Okay, Mr. Goswami, in my childhood when I used to play marbles with street boys in India, used to win lots of marbles and then going back home and sleep in between parents, protected, most happy, most powerful. All right, that's a good, nice childhood moment. I think that rings true even for today, because I think when you allow the child in you to come out, that's when things become a lot more fun, isn't it? Huh? All right. So when and where do you feel most like the Incredibles? All right. I hope you have written something down, and thanks for typing and sharing. And this is my next question: what are you best at doing? What specific behaviors do you do that make you feel like the Incredibles? All right. So first we are identifying the environment. Now we are identifying the behaviors. All right. What are you best at doing? Or to borrow what Lynn mentioned, when you wake up in the morning, what's the very first thing you want to get out there to the world and to do it? All right. What are you best at doing? What specifically do you do that make you feel like the incredible? For me, is when I engage people in communication, when I'm able to help people and guide people and ask the right powerful questions to help people find answers. I believe that wisdom lives within. And so, as a coach, or at least in our branch of practice, we prefer to use questions to help our clients and direct them to find their own solutions, because we cannot be making those life decisions for them. All right. So, I think for me, uh, one of the behaviors that I do and I perform best is when I'm able to help people find solutions to their problems in life, help people find relief. Um, what am I best at? I'm best at communicating, sharing ideas. I'm best at bringing out the best in people. That gives me a lot of joy. I'm definitely very passionate about that. Okay, Lynn also has got some more where, okay? Network of friends when they have a personal issue with their parents, partners, or their group of friends. I'm close enough for them to open up and to share personal issues, and far enough because I'm not in the circle of friends. I am friends with everyone, and I do not place bias or judgment on anybody. That's why they feel like I am a safe place for them to go to for help, and they know I won't tell anyone about their issues. Yeah, I think in order to in order to in order to win trust from others, we got to be trustworthy. Yeah. So also as part of being a coach, whether or not it's in a formal coaching situation, the ability to keep things confidential and hold on to people's secrets, that's important. It helps in making you more trustworthy. So it looks like, Lynn, you should be a coach because you have been of help, and most of your situation where you are incredible is when people around you have issues and problems to resolve, and you seem to be like the advisor, the person that they go and ask for help, right? So what are you best at? Again, here we're looking at writing down as many behaviors as possible. All right. And our next question. Oh, before that, Mr. Goswami, I'm best at conceptualizing a new idea which brings positive impact to people and to me as well. Yep, when you get the idea, that light bulb that just goes off in your head, the aha moment. Yeah. All right, so thank you for sharing all of that. Now, next question. What capabilities do you associate with the most? What mental competencies most represent who you are? In other words, what are your know-hows? What are the knowledge you have? What are your intelligence? All right. So for this part, first of all, we were going into the environment where you are at your best. And then we went into defining specifically your behaviors when you're at your best. Now, what we are doing is we are identifying your capabilities or your mental capabilities, your competencies, your knowledge, your skills, your intelligence, your ability within yourself. What are they? All right, same thing. It's important for you to write down as many things as possible, as many as they come to mind. And yes, you may take down the questions, or you may rewatch this again. We will upload it on our YouTube channel when it's all done. Give us a day or two, and you can go back again and relook at that, because here I'm just running through the questions very quickly with you. You may or may not be writing out as many things as you wish to, but I hope you're writing down a few things, all right? Because when we're done with the questions, then we'll connect them together. All right, so same thing. You may please go ahead and type and share and tell us what capabilities do you associate with the most. What mental competencies most represent who you are, and what are your know-hows? For me, over the years, as I develop different training programs, obviously in different subjects and topics, I need to invest time to do the research, to do the reading. And my time, we are more the traditional. We don't just simply Google for everything. Nowadays, it's so much, it's so convenient. Anything you can find lots of answers by just Googling it. You can learn how to do anything by just going to YouTube. There are always experts and all that are sharing. Wow, thanks for all the hearts that's coming up. All right, so what capabilities do you associate with most? For me, all my life, I think I started off doing sales, and so selling skills was one of the things I was very particular about. I need to learn it in order to succeed at my job. And when I became a trainer, turning into a training program, I went on to study, I went on to research, went on to read a lot more before I draft a training program. So one of the mental competencies is selling skills. And then as I start teaching selling skills with my clients, my corporate clients, and then I'll have corporate clients who come to me and say, hey, Billy, my people seem to enjoy your training. Do you do this training? Do you do that topic? Do you do this topic? And I was like, yeah, sure. If you give me some time and research, I can draft a training program for you. And so because of that, I went into different subjects, and obviously I had to study and research in depth in order to be able to put together a training program that is of value to my clients. Yeah, and of course, over the years, just keep enhancing on the training. And besides giving training, obviously, every time we give training, we learn something as well from the participant, just like facilitating a session like that. Inspirational Moments with Billy is Billy here, running the show, facilitating, and that I'm not necessarily the one that provides the inspiration. You are providing the inspiration tonight. You are the star tonight. Yeah. Mr. Goswami, flexible thinking, making people buy my ideas without forcing them. I think the best, this one I do it, and I mentioned it in my influencing skills class. The best influencers on earth will influence people. Like whoever is being influenced had no idea they were being influenced. Yeah, of course, we are talking about influencing here. We're not talking about manipulating. They're two different things altogether. Okay, manipulating is at your gain, at someone else's loss. Influencing is for win-win situation. All right, capabilities to relate ideas. Is this more behavior, or is this more capabilities within yourself? So if you have this behavior, this ability, the behavior to relate ideas to people, then what kind of mental competencies must be present for yourself? Yeah. Open to new learnings, can that consider? Sure, I think we can. Yeah, we can consider that. Personally, I go to training. I like taking training. Also sensitive and empathetic toward the environment and to people. Nice. That's your capabilities within you. Know-hows. A variety of personal life experiences, from different types of abuse to divorce to internal conflict to managing suicide attempts to understanding large group of people and complex family conflicts. Wow, very nice. Very nice. I think the situations that you mentioned that people um, got into They're unfortunate, but they're definitely very significant emotional event. They're definitely very impactful event. And that's when I believe people become most vulnerable. And it's not unusual that negative thoughts will set in. And if you do not control, if we do not intervene, then very quickly it will spiral down. And that's when people take extreme actions, which is unfortunate. So if we can, I believe that it's important to equip ourselves with the abilities to at least help people. All right. Okay. And Jian Xian said, mentioned about sales and education, educating my clients to let them think about their protection needs, as most of the time they were not really thinking about it until something hits the fence. Yeah, I think there's this mentality like, it won't happen to me. All right. And so people don't do the necessary reflection and thinking and tune inwards to ourselves to discover about our needs. Okay, so same thing here. I hope you have also written something about your capabilities. We're going to move into the next questions. Why do you do what you do? So you mentioned about those behaviors, those situation and mental capabilities you have that allow you to be at your best. Then my question is, why do you do what you do? And what beliefs and values drive you to do those things that you do in those situations and to equip yourself with those mental capabilities and competencies? What is important to you? Okay, we have some more lean about capability. People have the answers, but they need someone who can give them a voice of reason to compartmentalize and arrange their answers. You write very well indeed. They eventually learn how to view their issues and find answers once I guide them on how to view it in a way they can understand. I use my personal life experiences as metaphors. Wonderful. Metaphor is one of the coaching method that we teach in NLP. All right, so coming back now, these new questions. Why do you do what you do? And what beliefs and values drive you? What is important to you? So you engage yourselves in those behaviors, in those situations. You allow yourself to be in those situations. Perhaps you even attracted those situations and attracted these people to come to you for help. All right, because you are projecting out there. All right. So in those environment, those behaviors, those capabilities that you must have, why do you do what you do? What are some of the beliefs and values that drive you, that's important to you, that make you do what you do? What are they? So same thing, write down as many things as possible. All right, and I hope you also create a little compartmentalizing of the different questions and your answers to the different questions. All right, so what's important to you? What beliefs and what values drive you? So here we're trying to identify what are the internal driving forces that you operate within yourself, that make you develop those capabilities, that make you display and act out on those behaviors in the environment where you operate at your best, when you're most incredible. All right, so that's the why and the what question. Next up, what do you perceive your fundamental role to be? All right, or who are you? I think I did one session called Who Are You? Developing the people inside. Now, and also, what is your vision? What is your mission? What roles are you best at? Okay, so this questions is about finding your identity. Um, so, so who are you, and what do you perceive your fundamental role to be? What is the reason for your existence? Yeah, what is your purpose? What do you look forward to doing on a daily basis? And because of all the behaviors that you display with that with that mental capabilities in all the environment that you're operating in, what is this role in a larger picture? What is this identity of yourself? Now, when we do this as an exercise in NLP, we ask that you may think in terms, you may answer these questions in terms of a symbol. something that represents you. So when I ask these questions, what do you perceive your fundamental role to be? Who are you? What is your vision? What is your mission? What roles are you best at? What is the mental picture that comes to mind? Yeah. All right. So that can be because the mind does things symbolically. So what are some of the things that operates within you and that gives you the identity? Okay, so fundamentally, by answering all these questions, and I hope you have written a few things for each of the questions, because essentially we were targeting at what we call the six logical levels. All right, this is a universal law. To receive, you must first give. Yeah, there's a reason why we say give and take, and we don't say take and give. To be loved or to provide love, you must understand the concept of love. Okay, something missing there. Don't quite get you. But I get the first part. The universal law is that in order to receive, you must first give. All right, that I totally agree with. Okay, so now that you have all the answers, then let's sum it up now. All right. From these answers that I have, from these answers that you have came up with, from the questions that I asked, what did you learn and discover about yourself? If you take a look at it, all the different categories, starting with your environment and then your behaviors and then your capabilities, the values, the driving forces that drive you, and your fundamental role, your identity. Okay, did you discover something about yourself? Did you learn something about yourself? All right, or by going through the exercise, does it reinforce on what you already knew to be your talent and your gifts? Yeah. And also, if you look at all these in different categories, the six logical levels, environment was the first one that we are targeting at. All right, and then we go for behaviors, capabilities, values, identity, and then your mission, your vision, and your purpose. All right, these are the six logical levels. Now, if you have written something for each of the set of questions that I ask you, and if you now take imagine you're holding on to a needle with a red thread. If you can string some of the environment, perhaps not everything, but out of the list that you have written down, the environment where you operate at your best, all right, whether it's one or two, and you start putting the red thread through those environmental words that you have written down, and then continue on and link it to the behaviors, and you linked it to the mental capabilities and competency, and then you linked it to your driving forces and your identity, all right, through all the different levels, and see if there is a connection somewhere. Because I think from there, if you have also written it down and follow this exercise, then you will reinforce or what you perhaps already knew about your talents and gifts, or what are your talents and gifts, and that you may discover something. All right, nice. So fundamentally, my purpose is to introduce awakenings to those who are stuck in a vicious cycle of bad habits and patterns. Wonderful. NLP has a lot of techniques that can help reinforce all the situations that you mentioned, Lee. Okay, let me see from Ellen. To me, quite often the infinity sign pops up. Nice, symbolizing infinite possibilities. I want to empower the other individuals to see infinite possibilities in themselves and their surroundings, to believe that change is possible. There you go. I have just the quote for you. Tendency, we underestimate our power for possibilities, but we overestimate the power of difficulties. Yeah. All right. So welcome back again. Now, so if you have gone through the questions and you have write down things in every set of questions that I ask you, you would probably see 5 or 6 different segments of containing all the words. All right. The key now is to put a red thread through, all right, and see if you can identify a fundamental identity, uh, and what you are best at, right? Because this is about discovering the incredibles within the incredible you. All right, if there's a word for it, the best version of yourself. Yeah. Okay, passion is your purpose. There you go. Passion can be your purpose. Now, some things we like to grow, some things we grow to like. I think also from your sharing this evening, I picked up a few things that are very important. Definitely, the making an attempt. Definitely acting and taking action. And of course, you can't be just taking action unconsciously or rashly. There must be the mental capabilities that goes along with those behavior, that guides those behavior. And in order that you want to be doing this, there must be fundamental beliefs and values that drives you. So can you see the connection now? And then you get into those environment, and that's when you are your incredible you. All right. So I hope through these questions and all, you can discover areas where you're incredible, and from there go on to discover your talents and your gifts. All right. So I will take a minute to see if there's any comments or question on what we go through. Now, obviously, we are going through and doing this online. In an actual coaching situation, I will actually give you pieces of paper for you to write down each of your behaviors. You know, when we ask question of environment, you write down all the situations and circumstances that the environment where you operate at your best, followed by your behaviors, your capability, and then we link them together by picking them out, and that's where you see a connection and find out something perhaps at a deeper level of yourself. Yeah. All right. Used to do training. So Sharon's, I used to do training, but recently I just realized I've been coaching youth to realize their abilities, and that's what I really like and actively learn more. Yeah. If you find that I think, like doing training, doing coaching, even as little as giving a 1 hour motivational talk to a large crowd, I will find that when it's all done, I am mentally drained. I am physically tired. Yet there is a very strong sense of fulfillment, and there's a very strong sense of satisfaction. Knowing that I have done something that have added value. All right, so we are running close to an hour. I thought the tonight's session will be shorter. Okay, so just give me an indication, perhaps with a thumbs up, perhaps with an emoji, if you have learned something valuable for you this evening, if you have picked up something useful for yourself this evening. All right, as more messages come in, humans confuse love with devotion and obsession. They believe that to love someone is to own them, to own their personal space, to own their identity, to own their respect, and much more. We do not belong to our partners and not even our parents. We use the word devote very loosely. There you go, people with their interpretation of the world. All right, so different people perceive love differently, and obviously some may have a tainted view, and so perhaps this is where you come in, Lin. This is what you are supposed to be doing. And so my recommendation would be to embark on learning the right skills so that you can become a better coach, so that you can help people find better solutions. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I hope this evening um, you get to share with everyone, and that we get to learn from one another. All right. A few things I picked up. Firstly, is obviously taking action, and then developing ourselves and equipping ourselves with the capabilities, the intelligence, the know-how, the knowledge, so that we can act with a purpose, so that we can speak with a purpose. All right, and all of this in turn give us an identity. Right. So in parting, I have another quote that I like to share. This one has a very cute picture on it. All right, and that is your purpose. So don't just count the gifts and talents, but make the gifts and talents count. All right. With that, I wish everyone would take action on what you picked up. All right, and live life with a purpose, and live life with passion. All right, and of course, finally, I'd like you to subscribe and support our social media channels, and of course, Facebook with this on this page, Billy Kueek International. We are also on Instagram, and then all the past episodes are posted on YouTube. All right, so please come to our YouTube channel and do make a comment, give us a like if you learn something from our past episodes and all. All right, the channel is Billy Kueek. All right, same thing. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, well, I'm glad that you gained some insights, because for me, when I went through this, of course, I get the benefit of being physically doing the exercise. It was very impactful. It helped me in my case more of reinforcing what I thought I already knew to be my talents and gifts. And going through the exercise just reinforce and make it stronger for me that yes, I'm on the right track, and then there are some more things I need to I need to learn. There are some more things and areas I need to strengthen myself in. There you go. Okay, so some more message coming in. Coleman, as usual, always a pleasure, and you're always so nice with your and generous with your compliments. All right, Alan, as well. Thank you very much, Joseph. Oh, here's a message from Sam. The value of a value must be valued before it can be valued. Make your values appreciate by appreciating your values. There you go. May I like to add on something here? Your values are not determined by your valuables. All right, so it's not how much you have and how much you possess, but I think it's in how much you give that truly determines who you truly are. The real you from within. Oh, I got some more messages coming. All right, Mark, take care. Thank you. I will. Always doing my best. Common, love and light. Ramesh, as usual. Yeah. Marie, join late, but will re-look at the video. And Yvonne as well. Thank you. So thank you for joining me this evening as usual. I hope you gain a moment of inspiration, or that there's something that light up something within you. Right? And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier on, now that we know our gifts and our talents, we don't just count them, but we gotta make them count. All right. So please do something about it. All right. And yes, feel free to rewatch this and run through the exercise with every one of us. Okay. With yourself and with your family members and with your loved one, and share it with someone. Okay, so remember to join us on our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get the past episodes and relook at some of the past episodes in this series, Inspirational Moments with Billy, and help us in our mission to transforming people and inspiring lives. All right, with that, we end our live stream this evening, and I want to say good night, everyone, and please do me a favor, take very good care of yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.